Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews. Let me show you this picture behind me. It's always, see if we can, like that. You know that thing's made of suede? Love that picture. Anyway, it's big, it's giant, it's heavy. I don't think you can find that anymore. I bought that a long time ago. Today, let me tell you what I've done today so far. I got up real nice. And I did my stretches. I've been stretching lately, alright? Getting a little older, I like to keep stretching nice and flexible. Feeling good. And I did my sit-ups and I did my push-ups. It's all done. Now I'm going to relax and have my coffee. And then later I'll take I usually do a 4-mile walk, and then I'll do my weights after that, after I warm up on that. So I do every day. So, Maxwell house. This is decaf. Green almost always means decaf. It came in this. I tore it, poured it in my French press, and we're going to get maximum flavor out of this sucker. A friend of mine was in a hotel on business, saw this, actually looked up my playlist, didn't see it, grabbed it for me to review. Gotta love it, gotta love it. So, I love looking at a little bit of history, 2 seconds, of the coffees that I review. So Maxwell House, here, we'll do it like this, very quick, but you can find it. I found it interesting. It's a U.S. brand of coffee manufactured by a like-named division of Kraft Heinz, introduced in 1892 by wholesale grocer Joel Owsley Cheek. All right, he lived from 1852 to 1935. It was named in honor of the now defunct Maxwell House Hotel. Did you know that? This was named after a hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, which was the first major customer. So he did great. He named it after this hotel. I guess bought all his coffee, and that alone could keep you happy. For nearly 100 years, until the late 80s, it was the highest selling coffee brand in the United States. The company slogan is "Good to the last drop." All right, and that's all I'm going to do. Let me see, where it is made now is in Jacksonville, Florida. It's the only place they have it. So that's it. That's it. See? Painless. Now, when I smelled this coffee out of the bag, it had a slight... Now, let's talk about decaffeinated coffee real quick. Why do you drink it? Well, you may have a little... Doctor may tell you. Maybe you have some palpitations with your heart. Caffeine kind of makes you skip the beat and stuff like that. It does that to a lot of people. And so you don't want that, so you drink decaf. You still want to go through the... routine and ritual of a nice cup of coffee. Maybe you like the taste, because there's a couple processes they use, which I did a video on. It's in my playlist under coffee, which I always attach the playlist. I'll have the playlist for the decaf on this description. But anyway, you may just like the taste of it. A lot of people prefer the taste of decaffeinated coffee. And thirdly, there's a lot of people that after a certain amount of time, excuse me, when I mean time, I mean as it gets later in the day, they switch over to decaf because it affects their sleep. So if you're having a dinner and after dinner you want coffee with your dessert, or that's going to be your dessert, you may not want caffeine because it may keep you up, but yet you want to, like when we have it, all right, my family, after we're done eating, we'll have the coffee, have dessert. Now the coffee might be your dessert, all right. Sometimes you put a little sugar, a little honey, a little flavored creamer, and that's your dessert, or whatever you do it. But anyway, we like to sit around, tell stories, and laugh and have a great time. Drink our coffee, right? Go through the ritual, make the pot real nice, pour it. Everybody makes however they like it, and then we maybe have some cakes and cookies out, and we tell stories, and everybody laughs real nice. But that's usually late by the time we get done eating, and then the coffee's made, table's cleared, and so there's a lot of reasons why people do decaf. Now, let's begin with this. Oh, well, I was telling you, when I first smelled it, it smelled a little medicinal, and I wasn't crazy about it. But then as it aired out a little bit, it smelled like a, kind of like a chocolate wafer. I don't know if you're familiar with those. It's like a wafer cookie with a little cream in the middle, and the chocolate, that's what it reminded me of. So I was like, okay, take that. Let me see now that I've brewed it. It smells like what I'll call coffee shop coffee. Now, this is a mix of Robusta and my goodness gracious. Arabica beans. This is an everyday coffee. All right. Now I do all kinds of coffee. Now 90% of the world is going to drink an everyday coffee, and that's what. Okay, you're saving money. You're in a hurry. You just want a nice cup of coffee. But I do those. But I like to do ones that sometimes are a little more unique and stuff. And why? Because you may want to try them, or you may be giving a gift to someone who enjoys coffee, or you may be hosting a party or going somewhere, and it's cool to look at my playlist and be able to see all these cool coffees and where to get them, and maybe really bring a cool thing, or as a host, or as a someone who's been invited somewhere. So you might want to try it yourself and just make your special Sunday morning coffee. So there's a lot of reasons to go over the playlist and to watch these coffee reviews, even if you don't drink coffee, because you know somebody who does. That's for damn sure. All right, give it a, like I said, kind of what I call coffee shop smell. It's got a little chocolate to it. I'm looking for acid. I don't feel a bunch of acid on the side of my tongue. That's good, I think, for those who don't like acid. Usually the darker the roast, the less acid. That's a fact. This looks to be, it doesn't say, a medium blend or roast. It says on the back 100% pure coffee, of course, 99.7% caffeine free. So that's pretty good. Decaffeinated doesn't mean caffeine free, it means decaffeinated. It means there's less caffeine. This one, they took it down 99.7, so that's, and they put it on there, and I like that. All right, so just a medium tasting, slightest bit of chocolate wafer. It's kind of a weak chocolate type taste, very weak on the chocolate part, and just kind of like a coffee shop coffee. Now, a lot of people pick their coffee, what I call, your everyday coffee, based on what? Maybe based on if it's a local company, like this one here's in Florida right now. You may want to just support it, or maybe your grandmother or your mother, father, whatever, used to drink it, and it reminds you of them, and that's all great reasons of why you pick your brand. All right, I'm gonna pour a little heavy cream. You all know I always do that. I always like to show you. There you go. Nice. Just a splash, just a small cup here, so you don't need much. Just a little bit. Give her the old hello. If you haven't put real heavy cream in your coffee, put it on your bucket list. Try it and cross the hell off. I'm telling you. Thank me later. Thank me in the comments below. It smells 10 times better. And tastes 10 times better. That creaminess, that richness of the cream, that little vanilla and sweetness that comes through, just is fantastic. So that's it. So Maxwell House. Now you learned a little bit about the company. I didn't know it. I had no idea it was named after a hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. I didn't know that it was as old as it is. And I didn't know now that they at one time was the best-selling coffee in America at one point. I know they had 3 breeding in their factories. One was in Texas. Anyway, now they only have the one in Jacksonville, Florida. So there it is, Maxwell House. Thank you. Now I still have a damn 4-mile walk and a session with the weights today, but that's okay. I'm gonna get that done. I feel good, right? You see my shirt, right? You all know about my shirt. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. I hope you sat here with a cup of coffee. When you know this comes on, hold on. And you get your coffee and you sit down and you drink it with me. Because that's how we connect, see? That's how we connect. Now, some of you I've connected with and I've met up with. I love that. And, maybe I could do it, the more times I can do it, the better. So, once again, cheers, everybody, and have a wonderful day. Hillbilly Select Reviews.